How to transaction long-term work from home. Okay, hi everyone, and I am Arvind, founder of the Entrepreneur Online. So now in this topic we will talk about how to transaction to long-term work from home. Due to COVID-19, there is a lot of the situation happen where many of the employees want to work remotely, so they always want to work from home. So working from home has become the reality for many American workers. Here is a how transaction into long-term remote work. Offices workers in the United States are now 7 months into working from home, which is a far cry for the few weeks they might be expected at the start of the pandemic. As the big turn to the month, many companies have been forced to convert to entirely different work culture, figuring out what works and what doesn't as they went along. Not at many companies have extended full-time remote operation until at least January 2021. They are faced with transitioning their workers effectively into working from home for the long term. One thing is clear, what that workplace is challenging and will not be same often the global pandemic. So companies must now shift their focus toward a more agile work environment and limit their dependency on the physical workplace. That basically how to transition to long-term permanent work from home. So if your company have decided to make telework as a long-term of the prominent situation, there are the many things you can do to help make the transaction smooth. Okay, so first you use the proper communication tool. So Howard Subit has said that should invest in necessary tools for the asynchronous communication. He said businesses need to find the online tools and the software that will allow their employees to stay connected and get insight into various projects in real time. Only hold video meeting with clear purpose. One of the most common remote work complaints that it is the video call fatigue, also referred to the Zoom burnout. To avoid this problem, try to limit your video meeting and make sure every meeting has defined purpose and agenda that is shared with everyone involved in the call. Have a dedicated workspace. Going from communicating to an office to walking a few steps from the bedroom to the kitchen is difficult transaction. The best way to trick your mind into thinking you have to enter a workspace is to create a true working environment as best you can. Even if you use just a computer monitor on your kitchen table or a desk of your bedroom corner, only use that space for work and walk away from the when your work is done for the day. Okay, so fourth, create boundaries between your work and personal life. Another common complaint that from remote employees is difficulty of drawing boundaries between work and home life. Either after all, work is now home. Blurred line between work and home life can lead to burnout. So do your best to create from working hours and stick to them. Communicate your boundaries to families, member and co-worker, and commit yourself to walking away from the work when your day ends. Then we have over communicate. When you are used to communicating in person with the team members, it can be difficult to move that same level of communication to digital format. Okay, so significant non-verbal and verbal communication are the lost when communication is a virtual, which can cause rift when something is assumed or turned to misread. Commit the over communicating and making things are as clear as possible and avoid assumptions. Set a schedule. The structure of your day is not a lot more flexible with the remote job. So it might be helpful to create a schedule that you follow each day. Have a plan and use your time wisely. Working from home can make you much more productive and enable you to get more things done at work. So however, the opposite can happen. Well, so make a plan around how your time will be used so you can stay successful and productive all around. If you want to know more about COVID-19 and its effect on working time home, so it is when COVID-19 pandemic hit in March and the country shut down, many companies assumed that mandatory remote work would be short-term issue, but with workers coming back after a month or so, however, working from home has turned it into a long haul for the most American offices employees with no clear and it inside is such there is has been Herculean shift in how all type of the employees, including managers, work employees, have had to create work space in their home, balance work tasks with childcare, and adjust to the collaboration with Zoom. However, many studies have been shown that productivity has increased as a result of people working from home.